I've said on record that indie games are among my favorites to try. Seeing how smaller teams are able to come together and make personal and innovative experiences is what makes me most excited about the current gaming landscape. But there is a flip side to this freedom that comes with such a small development team. Sometimes they can break your heart. I first learned about Infinite Guitar shortly before its release. Apparently, this guitar-themed rhythm RPG action game had a stellar lineup of musicians who worked on the score, and I was sold on that knowledge alone. And at the start, I was having a really good time with it, largely due to how excellent the soundtrack was. It was always a blast buttoning along with these great songs during the rhythm elements. But the game was also rough around the edges. Very rough. It didn't handle scene transitions well, the script could have used some polish, as well as some pop-in glitches here or there. But everything else in the game was enough to keep me coming back. I was very quickly drawn into the world and the characters. About halfway through the game, I was on my way to face off against a boss. They were threatening the home village of the party member Rue, and everyone was on their way to stop them. Just before the battle arena, all the villagers came to give one last bout of encouragement, giving line after line of dialogue in support. And this is where I made a mistake. After the cutscene played out, I noticed I could still go and talk to the villagers independently. I walk up, I press A to talk to one of them. I cannot do anything else. No dialogue bubble pops up, pressing A does not take me back to gameplay, I cannot move, I cannot dodge roll, I cannot heal, I cannot even pause. Because I deigned to talk to this NPC, I have irreparably frozen the game. With no other option, I tab out to the Switch menu and close the game. At first, I made nothing of this. I had an autosave from only a few minutes past. I'd simply play back to that point and be sure not to talk to that NPC again. This is where I started noticing an issue. I needed to fight this monster to get a quest item, but the monster was not there. The quest item was not in my possession. Glancing at the map, I noticed the quest marker pointed me to an earlier area. But still, this will be fine. I will simply backtrack, restart the quest line, and replay the 30 minutes or so again. Nothing too bad. I walk towards the quest, dodging enemies to save on some time. I walk through the door, and my heart aches. The quest giver, on this screen, does more than just activate a quest. It also opens up a path to a new area. The new area I am now moored on the other side of. A bridge should be raised, but instead an invisible wall blocks my path. Utterly distraught, I made the next sensible decision. I choose an even further back save, losing multiple hours of progress to no avail. Upon starting, I faced off against the first enemy I see, and realize the main character, JJ, has lost all of their moves. They are the same level, all the party members are present, but any move received after a story beat has been erased. And it seemed any story progression was lost due to the initial hard reboot. I confirmed this by leaving the dungeon. As soon as I hit the world map, cutscenes played as if I had just started a new save. My entire party was still present, but the story had started over again. This gave me yet another futile idea. I'll just play the game again, but this time with such an overpowered party that every encounter will end immediately. But the game didn't even let me do this. A story point locks a door until I pay an NPC. But this specific questline is still marked as completed. I cannot give this woman her money, but she has not yet opened the door. At this point, I reckoned I had lost and went to bed. The tragedy of this situation is that this event is not what broke my heart. Damaged for sure, but I was still in love enough to keep on going. The next day I started a fresh save, turned everything but the rhythm game to easy, and played up through where I left off last time. Playing through quicker this time, I blew past the point where the game crashed in less than half the time, and after ignoring the problem NPC, I beat the boss and continued on with the game, now especially paranoid of any situation going forward. And I was having a good time again. Unfortunately, replaying the game made it so many of the songs began getting old, but I still really wanted to see the game through. I finished the next chapter, and the next, and the next, up to what I believe is the penultimate section of the game. I did have a slight scare. Earlier I thought I'd be permanently stuck in a wall, but I managed to dodge roll out of it, and now I was ready to face down the boss. Once again, villagers have our back, this time of Sam's hometown, and cheer us on before the battle starts. I beat the boss. Despite playing on hard at this point, it's still relatively easy, receive my experience, then wait for the next cutscene to play out. It does not play out. Instead, I am greeted with a Nintendo Switch "This software has unexpectedly closed" screen, and my heart shatters. I try beating the boss twice more, and twice more the game crashes. I am stuck. There is nothing I can do. I cannot finish this game. I am so close to the end, but it is forever out of reach. I really wanted to love this game. I had so much enjoyment from it. I wanted to come here, sing its praises, warn against its few bugs, and even tell some well-deserved critiques, but overall give it a recommendation. But at this point, especially for the Switch version, I can do none of the sort. It seems like the Steam version is at least finishable, albeit still a bit buggy, but even so, it's really a shame. I've left bug reports with the developers, and at this point all I can do is wait. Hope that someday I'll be able to finish this game. And at least the soundtrack is great. Maybe I'll give that a listen too. Thanks for watching. This is the first time I've ever really encountered a game-breaking bug, so I thought I'd narrate how this came to be. Let me know in the comments if you'd ever been as unfortunate. I sure hope not. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a rating or potentially even subscribe for more of my stuff. And if you'd like to follow me elsewhere, links to all my socials are in the description, where I'm at Mario8 everywhere. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.